Welcome to episode 65. It's all about another 5-speed. I just stuck in a 720 5-speed instead of the 621, and that's what this training this episode's about. 65, and start up. You can also see some other stuff out there. Yeah, so this episode is all about converting the 625 speed to a 725 speed. Because the 625 speed has issues with fifth gear, so I bought another training, swapped it over. And I also put in a new clutch. I finally figured out the correct collar for the clutch. So there's a bunch of information about that. If you've got an L16 and you want to do a 5-speed, I finally figured out the correct clutch collar. So like, comment, subscribe down below if you want to see more videos of the 521. Next episode will be of the 3-link. I don't know if you can see it down there, but these springs are gone. Alright, so there's my 5-speed on the 620. Oh, that's a 6. There's a 620 5-speed, 725 speed. I just picked this one up because this one, the reverse lockout's not working and it's really noisy in fifth gear. So before I tear it apart, bought another 5-speed. Unfortunately, this is from a Z series, so I'm going to swap the bow housings over and use this training, try it out while I'm fixing that one. See, the reverse lockout is totally different between the two. Other than that, the trainings are pretty much the same. Just the bow housings are different for the two different blocks. Also notice that this one is steel, that one's aluminum, and this is an 82 and that's a 79 or 78. So I know in 85 they made this front bearing bigger. One of these bearings is bigger. So let's take the bow housings off. I think it's just this one snap ring. It's 5 bolts. And all these bolts. I'll need to swap my switch as well. No, actually, this case I'm keeping. Alright, so I got these two trainings torn apart. So this is the 620 training and the L20B steel. I noticed the bolts are longer on this old training. So you guess you got your washer, 5 bolts, snap ring, and you got 8 bolts to hold it together. Looks like 10 millimeter. Let's go on the training. Check this out. Over on the newer 82 training, it's got the same 10 millimeter bolts, different length. They're longer on the new training. These 5 are the same snap ring, brush washer. Just need the tools you need is snap ring pliers, a hook tool. I think it was 14 millimeter socket to get all the bolts are 14 millimeters. And they use a special tool called a 2x4. Just beat it against there, and this took us apart. I don't think either one of these have ever been apart before. They were glued pretty good. But now I'm just gonna tip it up, and so you got the front out, snap ring out. So now I just gotta pull this case off. I gotta figure out which bolt to use, because they're different lengths. Let's keep all this stuff together. Go back to you. So I'm gonna do this. Separation. Could do it. Whoa. The hell is that? A little oil thrower in there. This is the one we don't know how it works. Seeing some differences. That one doesn't have it. So the 720 tranny, it's got this little oil. It's like a little oil. Oops. A little oil thrower thing. So I just bought this tranny. I don't know what kind of conditions it's in. The engine was bad. He said so. Let's clean it up with the cases. Where'd the other bearing go? Isn't there supposed to be another bearing on here? What the? Oh wow, it stayed in the case. That's odd. That's supposed to come off. Alright, so I got the cases apart. So this is the 620 L-Speed tranny. It's got a steel reverse gear. I've never seen that before. And the 720 has a plastic reverse gear. The other difference is this one's male shifter. This one's a female shifter. This one's got a small, I think that's a reverse gear. That one's got a huge one. But other than that, can't find anything wrong with them. None of the bearings, they can spin. Feel bad. Alright, so I've got the original 620 tranny. Front bell housing cleaned up. And the rear housing cleaned up. There's the 720 5-speed. I'll try to put these together. Never switched cases before, but should be pretty straightforward. Just put some oil, grease on there. I mean, not grease. Gasket maker. Stick that in there and put the cap on top. Throw in the bolts. And put the front cover on. See if I can screw this up. So here we go. I'm going to put the cases together. So I'm using the internals from the 720 two-wheel drive transmission. Not sure what year, but it's basically the same internals as the 620. The cases are the big difference. I'm swapping the cases because the L series case and the Z series case are clocked differently. And I decided to swap the tail case and the front case for two reasons. One, the Z case was a big chip on the seal, so I'm going to try to weld that up later. So I decided to use, plus the bolts are different lengths, so there's some differences between this really early 620 5-speed, which is like a 78, 79, which I think is like the second year of the 5-speed. 77 I think is the first year of a 5-speed, but this FS5W whatever. And that also, that early case doesn't have the reverse lockout like the newer trannies do. So to keep it simple, I just reused both cases from the original 620 5-speed, but yeah, I'm using the 720 internals. And by the way, this still fits. I'm using later on you'll see, or I think it's in the next video, you'll see where I plug a D21 drive shaft into this transmission, and it's the same, what is it, 24 splines as the input on the clutches. They're all 24 spline outputs on this old stuff. So it's like Legos. You can mix and match all this stuff. And you can see I put sealer on the center bearing, put the back case on. A little confused on that shifter thing, but it was pretty easy to put back on. Just pop it together, stick in the bolts, tighten it up, and then kind of let it dry and then torque it down a little bit more. Wasn't too bad. I've never actually swapped one of these cases before. I've taken out a million of these transmissions for all my old trucks. I've never ever swapped cases before. This is the first from my 620s, 720s, and D21s, and R50s. It's all pretty much the same tranny, 5SW, whatever, all those years. Let's see, what else did I do on this thing? By the way, this tranny works really good. So I just drove it. Seems to drive perfect. I'm really happy with it. The shifters are also different between the early, I don't think I mentioned in the video, but the shifters are actually different. They have different bushings. But it looks like you can interchange either shifter between the two, 620 and 720. But the shifter bushings are totally different. One has a spring, one doesn't. So I think I ended up using the 720 shifter in the 620 trans. Oh no, maybe it's the other way around. I think I did actually use the 620 shifter and then ended up chopping out about 5 inches and shortening it down because it was too tall. But I think that's about it on this assembly. So like, comment, subscribe down below if you want to see more. The next video is the rear 3-link. And it's also a D21 drive shaft swap and center support bearing swap. I also do a coilover conversion on the rear. I'm using 300ZX coilovers. And I also relocate the gas tank to the frame from the bed to make the 3-link possible. And I also installed 2 more mufflers. I have 3 mufflers total now because the header was kind of loud. So there's a lot of stuff in the next video. So thanks for watching. I think this is about done. That's pretty much got the shifter done. Wasn't too bad for a first time. This is as I put it together. Alright, I just did some measuring, and this is how much I need for the clutch. The L16 clutch is bigger than the newer clutch, the L20 clutch, and that's how much difference it is. So I do need a shorter collar like I thought. This is how much space. This is, oh my gosh, look how close it is. It almost clears. So that's how much my clutch is riding right now. It's almost perfect, but bottomed out. I need 81 millimeters. And I only have about 70. When I measured it with this thing relaxed, it was 70. But pushed back in, still is not enough. This one is like 15 shorter. I just did the math on another clutch, old one, and it was around 6 millimeter difference. So I need a collar in between these, I think, but for now. Alright, so I've been doing a bunch of measuring of the clutches. The L16 clutch is bigger, deeper. I know it's smaller diameter, but it's bigger this way, depth-wise. So I did some measuring. Looks like it's about a 6 millimeter difference between the L20 clutch. So this is the 620 collar. This needs to be like 6 millimeters smaller if I want to use a 620 tranny in an L16. And I don't have all those collars, but I can find them. There's a whole bunch made in the Z's because I think the Z got the 5-speed before the truck. So there is a bunch of different size collars. But for now, I went ahead and put it back in the 521 collar. It's like 15 millimeters smaller. So this is the size of my clutch. I made this block of wood, same dimensions. Didn't fit with that one. It was nice. See now, look at it. It's actually pretty much perfect. Relaxed. So with this collar, there's a couple millimeters left, so my clutch was pressing it just a little bit, even though I drove it 70 miles an hour and everything. Felt a lot better. To be honest, I drove it with this one, and it felt really good. Didn't feel perfect, and there was like no slop at all in the slave. There was no free play at all. I knew that was something was wrong. With this one, it seemed like there was too much. I couldn't disengage the clutch. I had to adjust it way out, and it still didn't disengage that well. Felt like it was grinding the gears a little bit. So, but I did get positive engagement. I actually spun the tires with this one in here before. So this is my new 5-speed. Same housing. So all this stuff is the same. I measured all those. The pivot ball dimensions are the same on this new. So now I've got a 720 trans with the 521 fork, 521 collar, 521 bearing. All internals are 720, 82. So let's put this together. I'm going to have to find another collar. But in reality, I'm working on an L20. I got 2 blocks. So if I do find something, it's a short-term solution. I'm not going to worry about too much. But I'm just worried that my clutch has been, dragging, that there's no slop. So I'm going to go back to this collar. Does that make sense? Love my math. Exactly. So here's my new throwout bearing collar. So this is the original. Well, this is a 720, 620, I guess 5-speed collar. And this is the shorter one. Man, this is bringing back memories. I remember when I put the 280 ZX 5-speed in my 74 L18. The clutch was riding all the time, and I went to the dealer and they told me I needed a different collar. They said I needed a 5-speed collar, which is, I don't know, but then they gave me one that was a little bit smaller. So I got this one for an Xterra, and it's a little bit smaller, so not a lot, but man, it's just a couple of millimeters. Alright, so I think I finally found the correct 5-speed clutch collar for an L16 with the smaller diameter clutch, a deeper clutch. It's actually for like an Xterra or something, VG33. Here's an aftermarket part number I found. It was like 10 bucks on North Auto. Came with the newer throw bearing, so I just put on the smaller throw bearing. You can see it's just a couple of millimeters smaller. Here's the original 521 compared to like a 620, 720 collar. It's way too big. But this one actually looks the same there, which is kind of weird. But this one is the same as this one. Kind of misleading. It is a couple, I think it's like 4 or 5 millimeters smaller. So I'm going to put this in because the clutch does not disengage good. And it doesn't disengage at the right place, and there's no space. So I'm thinking this 4 or 5 millimeters is just the right space. So let's put this in the training.